Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. This afternoon we go into Judge Simpson's court for a little fun.
Court calls the case People versus Patrick. Is it Patrick?
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Yes, you know who I'm talking about.
First assistant.
I don't know why. That his name always gives me a problem, and it shouldn't. Anyway,
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson on behalf of Mr. Pettiprin. Mr. Pettiprin, will you state your name, please?
Patrick Pettiford.
and I apologize, sir, for whatever, it just wasn't coming out. All right.
I understand.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, we adjourned this last week for some cases to come through. One has been sworn to. We're still waiting for the other two. So we just asked for a 2-week adjournment for that purpose.
Probable cause conference, no, October 5th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pettiprin, call me as soon as you can, okay?
Okay. Do you have any other hearings today? Or
I'm here all day, but call me as soon as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Thank
you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case People versus Iwana Johnson. 2 cases.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
And Edward Drukas on behalf of Jana Johnson in the case 5625.
Mr. Overwater.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Ms. Johnson.
Sorry, Judge.
State your name, please.
Assistant Public Defender.
All right. State your name, ma'am.
Jana Johnson.
All right. What are we doing on these cases?
Your Honor, with regard to 5625, we'd like to set this for preliminary examination.
And on the other matter?
Same, Your Honor.
What are we doing on the other matter? Mr.
The
You
same,
want
Your
the
Honor.
same
We'd
thing?
ask for a preliminary examination. David asked for the same date.
Preliminary examination in these matters will be set October 3rd, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Perry. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Your Honor, may we briefly address the issue of bond?
Very briefly.
Your Honor, my client has almost no criminal history. She's employed as a cleaner at U of M in the dining hall. She's been there 7 or 8 months. She resides in Ypsilanti with her grandmother. Bond is set, in my case, at $10,000. I would ask for a personal recognizance bond if she's able to be released on Mr. Drukas's case as well. So she can get back to work and come back to court and resolve these matters.
Except it appears that she's failed to appear, but or maybe not. Maybe they were set that way out of the gate.
I
But
believe they
got
were,
two-
Your Honor.
Pardon?
I believe they were set that way by the magistrate. I don't believe she's failed to appear on this matter, and she has 2 attorneys now to help her keep track of her court dates. So that don't expect that would.
Is there a response other than the fact that I've got 2 weapons charges?
Well, I mean, there's the fact that there's 1 weapons charge. She's got a warrant out for her arrest for Mr. Overwater's case when she commits Mr. Drukas's case, which is another CCW and actually a very violent case. I requested $25,000 at her arraignment, so Magistrate Fink was being kind, I think.
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
And Judge, what was the date? I'm sorry.
October 3rd.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Justin Scott.
Stan Bernstein for Justin Scott, Your Honor.
Sorry, Judge Alec Jablowski for the people.
Justin, can you please say your name for the court?
Justin Scott.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we're going to waive the preliminary examination.
Preliminary examination in person will be set October 3rd,
No,
2020.
we're waiving, Your Honor. We're waiving the.
Oh, you're
preliminary exam.
waiving.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it broke up there. That's fine. Is that true, Mr. Scott? You're waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that that's a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
Yes.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count. Mr. Bernstein.
Your Honor, please waive reading. Mr. Scott stands mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
October 4th at 1:30 p.m. with Judge Conley.
October 4th, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Conley.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bond continues. Court does call the case of the people versus Daniel Bellis.
Ready,
Kyle
Judge.
Chablowski for the people.
Ready, Judge. Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of my client who was previously labeled as SpongeBob. But Mr. Bellis, please state your name for the record.
Daniel Bellis. Sorry, I guess my daughter got a hold of my Zoom.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
I've spoken to Mr. Chablowski and to Mr. Bellis. This is the first PCC. We're asking for a adjournment so we can meet and go through the evidence a little further and see if we can get an offer on this file.
Probable cause conference, October 5th, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. SpongeBob.
You had a deep voice for SpongeBob. Anyway. Court calls the case, people versus Raheem Bragg.
Maria Sinti on behalf of people.
Everybody said, wonder how I know that.
Torshell Feaster, again, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Raheem Bragg. Mr. Bragg, please unmute, turn on your camera, and state your name for the record.
Raheem Bragg.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, what are we doing?
Thank you, Judge. I've spoken to Mr. Bragg. He has another matter at circuit court that we also have to resolve. I believe he wants me to request a dismissal on this file today because he says he hasn't received some video information. I've told him I did not think that would be fruitful, but that is what he is requesting at this time, Judge. I'm asking for.
If that's a motion, it's denied.
Thank
you. Go ahead.
I'm asking for a brief adjournment so that we can sit down and meet and try to figure out both the circuit court case and this file.
I'd like to ask a question, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to know, I mean, you probably couldn't answer this, but from the prosecuting attorney's office, what is the holdup on the footage that I May 5th, I believe? Yes, May 5th from a case.
Sir, let me stop you right now because you're going to get yourself into a whole bunch of trouble. First of all, you don't get to question the prosecuting attorney, okay? That is one of the reasons why if you have a question, you give that question to your attorney so the attorney can put it in a proper form if it's necessary to have an inquiry to the prosecutor as to some issue.
I did,
That's
Your
how
Honor.
it works.
I did, Your Honor, and I never get, as far as this case, I've never been reached out as far as even I don't have nothing on this case. I don't have a discovery packet. I've never reached out to be sat down to discuss my case. All I do is go to court for probable cause hearing. That's just it. And I get it adjourned based on video footage that seems to never be something that's talked about, period. I'm the only one concerned about video footage that I haven't
Mr. Bragg
heard of possibly being initiated to talk about.
Mr. Bragg, I am free to
Now, can I just say this?
I mean,
let's just be real. No, hold it. Let's just be real clear about this. Because August 17th, you were supposed to be in court. You weren't here. So don't tell me that you're always coming because you're not.
I'm done. It was told that
I'm done. I'm adjourning this out. You are not going to co-opt this proceeding. Don't tell me something that's not true.
Your Honor, excuse me, Your Honor. I had spoke with the clerk that day because I was with a private investigator on my other case, and I'm dealing with
I
them.
issued a warrant. You weren't here.
I did not
I
have.
issued a warrant. No matter how much you keep talking, nothing's going to change.
I mean, I'm not arguing, but I feel like I have the
Yes,
right.
you are, because I'm telling you to be quiet. Mr. Feaster, how much time did you need? You're probably going to need more time than the 2 weeks because somebody's got to be checked.
Yes, please, Judge. 3-4 weeks, please, at least.
And what is this 3 to 4 weeks in
there
regards to?
There he goes again. What do you want?
I would like to
What's
know
your question?
3 to 4 weeks adjournment in regards to.
He wants to sit down and talk with you. The thing you were complaining about.
We've been saying that for the past couple months that we were supposed to sit down and talk. And I have not been reached out in regards to that matter at all.
You can come in tomorrow, Mr. Bragg. Let me know what time you're free. Sorry, Judge.
Mr. Feaster?
Judge, we can have 3 or 4 weeks.
Once in court, I can give him an exam date.
Is that what you prefer, Mr. Bragg?
I mean, yeah, we can ask for a dismissal in regards to us not.
Let's just set it for exam then, please, Judge.
All right. Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
we can.
Exam date.
And it's not something that I waived. I didn't waive my probable cause.
Jeez, oh, Pete. Mr. Feaster, as the attorney of record, what would you like me to do, sir?
Judge, let's just move this case forward. We'd like the soonest possible exam date, please.
Well, soon as possible, we can set it this Tuesday.
Thank you, Judge.
Probable preliminary examination in person will be set September 26, 2023, this Tuesday, 9 a.m. That's before me. At this time, bond will continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Court calls the case. People versus Devon Thompson.
Allie Zund on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Chelsea Virgils on behalf of Devon Thompson. Mr. Thompson, please state your name.
Devon Thompson.
Who's this? I met her the other day. Oh, okay, I just didn't recognize her. All right. Good morning. All right, what are we doing?
We'd like to ask to set the preliminary examination and address bond.
You may address bond briefly. Preliminary examination will be set October 3rd, 2023, 9 a.m. That'll be in person before Judge Barr.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would like to ask for a bond reduction. Your Honor, my client is concerned about getting back to work. He would like to prioritize supporting himself, supporting his children, and paying his rent. He maintains a home on Forest Avenue and would like to stay there. He is very confident that he can comply with any bond terms set, not to go near the complaining witness. So we would just ask if you would let him post 10% of a $10,000 bond or any bond reduction, really.
Response.
Your Honor, we would ask that bond remain the same. In this case, the victim went to his house to retrieve her belongings. She ended up taking a nap thinking he would be home for a while, and she was awoken by him on top of her, strangling her. While he was strangling her, he was demanding the password to her cell phone. She gave him the code to stop him from strangling her. He read her phone, became upset again, and then began to assault her again. He threw her against the wall multiple times, slammed her head onto the floor, kicked her in the face while she was on the ground. She tried to leave, but he would block her and refused to let her leave. She eventually escaped through a window and ran to try and get help. And we also would ask for a condition of bond be added as well, that there be a no-go to her work. And we also had a report from the victim that his family is harassing her in person and on social media as well.
That his family is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additional response?
I would just like to say my client denies that these events happened as stated, and I just ask for that bond reduction. I understand the charges are serious, but he is denying them at this time.
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Prosecutor, if you send over the order adding that condition, the court will sign it regarding work.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Court calls the case.
And with that, we're going to bring the afternoon to a close here on From Day One. Come on back tonight for more fun as we march along here from Day One.